I heard some initial bad takes on the newest Void 3.0 aspect, but having played with it and worked out all the intricate details, it's actually rather good. Plus, with the right setup that I'm about to show you, you can have a little Void buddy with you in battle 24/7. Please check that you're subscribed to the channel before we get into it if you do like any of my videos. I've got a ton of Destiny 2 Witch Queen content planned, so don't miss out on that by hitting the bell too. Child of the Old Gods is the new Void 3.0 aspect brought to Destiny 2 with the Witch Queen. Casting your Rift will create a Void Soul. It will stay by your side for 25 seconds or until you attack a target with your weapon. When you do attack a target, it will fly to their location. The Void Soul will then start to drain them, doing damage and apply a weaken effect to them for a short duration. This weaken effect grants a 15% increase in damage, and weakened targets will be covered in a void coloured hue. Once you defeat a target, the Void Soul will stay at that location until its timer runs out. It will auto-target any enemy within its rather generous radius indicated by the Void Aura around its location. Whilst it's draining targets, you'll be granted melee and grenade energy if you're running a healing rift, or health if you're running an empowering rift. Either way, the key thing here is to actually defeat any target weakened by the Void Soul so that it'll grant you bonus rift energy. And this is where we start the whole infinite Void Soul setup. The base cooldown for your rift is directly tied to your Old Gods aspect, which is set at 1 minute and 22 seconds. As the ability is tied to your rift, you really want to run a high recovery stat. As standard, I generally run a tier 9 or 10 setup depending on which armor I have selected, generally with an equal discipline stat to complement it. Next, chuck on the stasis class item mod Utility Kickstart. In fact, chuck on 2 mods. This will knock about 5 seconds off your rift. That's fairly rapid by itself, and if you cast a Void Soul Rift, by the time it disappears, you'll have another rift ready to go if you literally do nothing. But we're not doing nothing, and you want to have multiple Void buddies, so chuck on Reaping Well Maker to create Void Elemental Wells on weapon final blows after casting your rift. You can collect these after defeating your Void Soul weakened targets to grant all of your abilities energy. If you then use a void weapon like the new Funnelweb SMG or the exotic Graviton Lance, along with the exotic helmet Nezarec Sin, you'll get the Abyssal Extractors buff, which rapidly reduces your ability cooldowns on void weapon final blows. With this setup, I can't even really put a time on how quick you'll get your Void Soul Rifts, because honestly, it's a case of how long is a piece of string. You can even use the Well of Utility mod for bonus class ability energy when collecting Void Wells, or the Eye of Another World for just excellent boosted ability cooldown rates. As you can see, it can be absolutely devastating to use, and if you're running this aspect, I'd highly recommend casting your rift as soon as you've got one available, whether you're in combat or not, just so that you've always got one ready. We are really just scratching the surface of the Child of the Old Gods in the early days of the Witch Queen, but with some equally powerful mods in the artifact this season, I'm going to say it might be a little bit busted. PS, don't tell Bungie. However, please do tell anybody you know about the Grand Overture Exotic Slug Launcher and this fun little nifty build I've put together for it. You too can check it out right here.